So Paige thinks that Iris is calling all of her friends and telling them not to attend the opening of the boutique.
That's my fault.
Well, what makes you think that?
Well, Mom's trying to ruin Paige for me.
Iris has never liked Paige. I suspect she has her own reasons.
Yeah, as usual, she thinks she's doing me a favor.
Well, you don't approve of what she's doing.
No. Look, Dad, I don't know what my feelings are for Paige right now, but I certainly don't want to see her boutique ruined. At least I've come that far.
Well, some people always fail to respond to an invitation, you know.
Who are you trying to convince? You or me?
Well, all I meant is that there may be more people there than Paige thinks there will be.
Look, Dad, we have to make sure that this opening is a success.
Well, I'd like to, but apart from going there ourselves, what can we do?
Oh, well, we can invite people from Los Angeles, New York, Dallas, and New Orleans. We'll charter them in on a plane if we have to.
Dennis.
Look, you know a lot of very important people. Publishers, writers. Well, they wouldn't mind coming to an opening if they thought they'd have a good time and it wouldn't cost them anything.
Well, I suppose a lot of them are crazy enough to do it.
Well, then let's do it.
Dennis, do you have any idea how much this is going to cost?
Look, I don't care how much it's cost. I mean, I've got more money than I know what to do with. I might as well put it to good advantage.
Well, son, I admire your wanting to help Paige.
Look, Dad, if we pick the people up and drive them to the airport, they'll be more willing to come, won't they?
I guess so.
Well, then, let's make it as easy for them as we can. What do you think?
Why are you doing this?
Dad, I've caused Paige a lot of pain, and I'm sorry for that. If I can make up for it, I certainly want to try. Dad, get these public relations people to line up their celebrity clients.
Well, we're not giving these people very much time.
Well, let's get them to make it sound like fun, an all-expense-paid party with no notice.
Well, I guess that will appeal to some of them.
Well, we've got to do it. We haven't got any choice.
All right.
Well, hi, Dennis. How are you feeling?
Much better, thanks, Vicki.
It's good to see you back.
It's good to be back.
Dennis, you know your old job is waiting for you as soon as you feel well enough to come back full-time.
Well, I know that, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. If there's anything I can do, you just let me know.
Will do. Oh, Vicki!
Yes?
Dad and I are working on a little project, and there is something you might be able to do for us.
Well, what is it?
Well, Paige's boutique is opening tomorrow night.
Yes, I know.
Well, Dad and I are trying to get as many people there as we can, and we were wondering if the station might have a VIP list that we could use.
Here in Houston?
Well, it doesn't matter where they live. As long as they enjoy parties and want to spend their money at the boutique, I am flying in all of the people and arranging for limousine service and all that.
Well, good for you, Dennis. Go and ask Meredith. She'll be in the office for a while longer.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much.
I think he's going to be all right.
Mm-hmm. So do I.
Oh, Paige.
Yeah.
I think I have done everything on my list.
How about the caterer? Did you call him again?
Yeah, I called him. He said everything was going to arrive on time.
Great.
I only hope we ordered enough.
I'm worried that we ordered too much.
Because so few people answered the invitations we sent out. Paige, a lot of people show up for parties without RSVPing first.
I don't think that's going to be the case here, Anita.
You know, I was looking at some of those gowns that are going to be in the fashion show. God, they're knockouts.
I wish I could be as optimistic as you are. Everything I have is tied up in this boutique. This opening isn't a success today, well...
You really think he's going to show up for the opening?
I think so. He's a pretty good friend of mine.
Yeah, but it's just that he's so busy right now promoting his book. I mean, it's second on the bestseller list.
Well, that's all the more reason for him to show up. It's important for him to be seen right now.
It's just that we've invited so many important people. I just hope they all show up.
If only half of them do, it'll be an impressive gathering.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We've got a duchess, 2 ambassadors, a senator, half a dozen of the best writers in the country. I mean, that's quite an assortment.
Mm-hmm. Did you contact the company you're chartering the planes from?
They called while I was in the editing room.
And did you stress that it's important for them to leave on time?
I most certainly did.
Well, I think Paige is in for quite a surprise.
So's Mom.
I wonder what Iris's reaction will be when she finds out what we've done.
so interesting in the paper this morning, Mrs. Wheeler?
It's what is not in the paper that's interesting, Vivi.
What are you talking about?
Page's Boutique. It opens today, and there is not a mention of it anywhere in the society or fashion section of the paper. Such a shame, isn't it?
I think it's going to be terrible when nobody shows up.
Oh, I'd love to be there, just to see the expression on her face.
I hope you're not thinking of going, Mrs. Wheeler, because I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I suppose not.
Of course, I could go.
Oh, that's an even worse idea. She might think you're being disloyal to me.
Well, I guess we'll never know how the opening went then, because you've made sure none of your friends are going.
I know who we can send.
Who?
Grant.
Mr. Wheeler?
Well, why not?
Good morning, ladies.
Oh, Grant. We were just talking about you. So what happens, Grant, is that Vivian keeps running into these people in the supermarket who want her to invest in all sorts of schemes.
What kind of schemes, Vivian?
Well, the one I heard about yesterday is a formula for an ingredient that makes flowers grow twice as fast as they ordinarily do. The shares are $50 a piece.
Well, now, you see what I mean? I'm trying to convince her to let you make her investments for her, if it's all right with you.
Well, I'll do what I can.
Oh, good. When you have time, if you just sit down and discuss it with her, we'd appreciate it, wouldn't we, Vivi?
All right.
Well, what about today? Do you have a full schedule at World Oil?
I'm afraid I have a very full schedule.
Well, will you be home for dinner? I know that Lacey's working late at the station. Vivian needs an idea of how many people will be here for dinner.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have nothing on this evening, except I do have to find out something to give Lacey for her birthday. It's coming up, you know.
Maybe I could help you with that. Do you have anything tall in mind?
Not a clue.
Well, let's see. Now that she's working at the station and beginning to socialize more, she might need something new to wear. I mean, I know she likes jeans and boots, but I think you should buy her a couple of attractive dresses or suits, some really nice designer clothes.
Well, sounds like a reasonable idea.
Page's Boutique is opening tonight. She might have something that would be right for Lacey.
An opening, that's usually by invitation, isn't it?
I doubt many people will be there. Besides, I'm sure Paige would be delighted if you attended.
Iris, I'm surprised that you would suggest that I go to Page's Boutique. I mean, considering the way you feel about it.
Grant, don't you think I'm capable of rising above my personal feelings?
Well...
Oh, well, the point is, it's supposed to be a very nice shop, and you just might find something suitable.
All right. I'll give her a call and see if I can't wrangle myself an invitation.